All right, let's dive right in, shall we?
Yeah.
You, the listeners, wanted to know more about massage therapy, so we're doing a deep dive into the therapeutic value of massage. And gotta say, some of what we found was pretty surprising.
It really makes you think, we kind of take massage for granted these days, but this text emphasizes it's been around for centuries.
Hmm.
It's not just some modern spa thing. This text talks about ancient Greece, like Hippocrates using it as a real medical tool.
No kidding. 400 BC. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, did they even wear, like, togas
Okay.
during these massages? Okay, but really, I'm curious, did they have different techniques back then, or was it pretty much the same stuff we see today?
Well, the text actually focuses on 5 techniques. They have these kind of fancy names, effleurage, friction, petrissage, tapotement, and vibration.
Those are words.
Other words, all right?
But the funny thing is, even with the fancy names, the basic ideas behind them are surprisingly timeless.
Huh. Sounds like those ancient Greeks were onto something, huh?
All right, well, let's break it down then. What exactly is this effleurage thing?
Think long, gliding strokes, almost like you're gently sweeping your hand over the body. It's all about warming up the muscles, increasing circulation, and kind of getting the body prepped for deeper work.
So, like, the opening act, setting the stage for the main event.
Exactly. Then comes friction, which is a bit more targeted. You use circular movements with your fingers, thumbs, or even your palm to really zero in on specific areas, like around joints.
So is that kind of like a deep tissue massage? I always think of deep tissue as being super intense.
It can be intense, sure, but it's not so much about brute force, more about precision. The text describes friction as a way to improve flexibility, break up those adhesions and reduce swelling, really getting into those knots and kinks.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've got gentle gliding with effleurage, targeted pressure with friction. What's next in our ancient massage journey?
Time for some kneading. Petrissage is all about lifting, squeezing, and rolling the muscles. It's probably the closest to what most people picture when they think about traditional massage.
So petrissage is like working out those kinks, kind of like kneading dough, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And the text says petrissage not only helps with muscle tone and flexibility, but can even help flush out toxins and improve how nutrients get delivered to the muscles.
Hold on, toxins. So massage is like a detox treatment too.
Well, the whole toxin thing can be a little complicated and people have different opinions on it. But basically, the idea here is massage can help improve lymphatic drainage, which is a key part of how our body gets rid of waste.
Interesting. Okay, so massage is a lot more than just relaxing muscles, huh?
Yeah.
What about the other techniques, tapotement and vibration?
Okay, so tapotement is all about percussion. Think rhythmic tapping, hacking, cupping movements. It sounds a bit rough, maybe, but done right, it's really invigorating.
It's like a wake-up call for the muscles.
Exactly. It's used to stimulate nerve endings, improve muscle tone, and can even help clear congestion in the lungs.
Wow, the more we dig into this, the more versatile massage seems to be. What about that last one, vibration? What's that all about?
Vibration uses these shaking or trembling movements, either with your hands or fingers, to create a subtle but powerful stimulation. It's particularly good for calming the nervous system and improving circulation.
Okay, wait, remember, you mentioned massage can help with constipation. Is that where vibration comes in?
You got it. I know it sounds kind of weird, but gentle vibration can actually help stimulate the muscles in your digestive tract, encouraging, you know, movement.
Well, I gotta say, that wasn't on my massage bingo card. So we've got these 5 techniques, each with its own approach and benefits.
And the crazy part is how these techniques, developed so long ago, are still the basis of massage therapy today. They've stood the test of time for a reason.
Yeah, like a solid foundation for a house, strong and lasting. Okay, so before we build on that foundation and get into how these techniques are used for specific conditions, there are a few more things we need to talk about, right?
Right. The text mentions some interesting stuff about like the practical side of things. For example, it says cottonseed oil is the typical go-to for massage, but sometimes butter and even talcum powder are used.
Wait, butter? Like stuff on toast?
Yeah, apparently. It even specifically mentions using it on the cheeks, neck, and get this for breast enlargement.
Okay, now that's definitely a new one.
Mm.
All right, besides the materials, what else is there to know about massage? Like the how-tos?
Well, the text really emphasizes duration. A full body massage can take anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes, while a more focused massage, on a specific area might be just 10 to 15 minutes.
That's a decent chunk of time for relaxation. Speaking of time, what about after the massage? The text mentions washing off the oil.
Right, you don't want to be walking around greasy all day. The text talks about how important it is to clean your skin after a massage to get rid of any leftover oil.
Good point. Okay, I'm ready to get into the nitty-gritty now, like how these techniques are used for different conditions. Where should we start?
Let's begin with joint massage. This is where it can really help with stiff and swollen joints, especially if you combine it with some gentle movement.
So it can work together with physical therapy.
hmm
But are there any situations where joint massage is a bad idea?
Oh, definitely. The text is very clear. Don't use massage for serious inflammatory conditions like arthritis or if there's an active infection in the joint. And also avoid it for tubercular joint conditions.
Yeah, makes sense. Don't want to make things worse.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's crucial to talk to a doctor or a physical therapist first, just to make sure massage is okay.
Absolutely. Working together with your healthcare provider to figure out the best course of action is always smart.
All right, so joint massage, helpful, but proceed with caution. What about massage for muscles?
Now, this is fascinating. The text points out that muscles make up about half our body weight and get a quarter of our blood supply. That's a huge part of us.
It's kind of mind-blowing, how something as simple as touch can have such a big impact on our muscles. What exactly does massage do for them?
It's all about regeneration. Massage boosts blood flow to the muscles, which brings in oxygen and nutrients that are essential for repair and growth. It even describes a typical sequence. They start with effleurage to warm things up, then needing to work out tension, then tapotement for stimulation, and finally active or passive movements to increase flexibility.
So it's a multi-step process, each technique leading into the next. But wait, wouldn't you already be getting a workout from all the kneading and tapping? Why the extra movements at the end?
That's a good question. It's important to remember there are passive movements where the therapist moves your limbs for you and active movements where you engage your own muscles. Both help with flexibility and range of motion, but have slightly different goals.
Okay, I'm starting to see the nuances here. So what about nerve massage? That sounds delicate.
It is. The text really stresses using a gentle touch, especially when dealing with acutely inflamed nerves. Deep pressure could actually make things worse.
So it's more about soothing and calming those nerves than stimulating them. What kind of techniques are used?
One technique that really stands out is called nerve compression. It's basically applying firm pressure down the length of a limb, starting from the shoulder and going to the wrist, or from the thigh down to the ankle, like a gentle squeeze to help circulation and nerve function.
So it's almost like giving those nerves a little hug, encouraging them to wake up and do their job. But is there any risk with applying pressure to nerves like that?
Definitely, if it's not done right. That's why finding a skilled and knowledgeable practitioner is so important. They'll know how much pressure is safe and what areas to avoid.
Yeah, good reminder that even though massage can be really beneficial, it's not something to mess around with. You need someone who knows what they're doing.
Exactly. It's about respecting how complex the body is and knowing how touch can affect it.
Well, we've talked about joints, muscles, and nerves. What's next on our massage tour?
Now let's get to abdominal massage. This one's especially interesting because it can help with digestion.
Oh, I'm all ears. Always looking for natural ways to improve gut health. How does abdominal massage work its magic?
It works on a couple of levels. First, it literally stimulates the muscles of the intestines, encouraging peristalsis, which is the wave-like motion that moves food through.
So it's like giving those intestines a little nudge to keep things moving.
Yeah, exactly. And second, it helps to tone those abdominal muscles, which, support the digestive organs. When those muscles are weak, it can lead to digestive problems.
I'm starting to see how massage addresses both the inside and outside of our health. It's pretty amazing.
It's a holistic approach. But there are times when abdominal massage is a no-go.
Yeah, the text mentioned a whole list of reasons why you might want to skip it.
Right. Don't do it if you have a hernia, inflammation in your abdomen, kidney or gallbladder stones, ulcers, or are pregnant. And definitely avoid it if there's been any recent bleeding in the lungs, stomach, or brain.
Wow, abdominal massage sounds powerful. Definitely something to be careful with. So what are the ideal conditions for abdominal massage?
The text says to wait about 2 hours after a meal and make sure your bladder is empty. It also says lying on your back with your knees bent helps relax those abdominal muscles.
So creating a safe and comfortable environment for everyone involved, both the giver and receiver of the massage. What about the massage itself? What does that involve?
They start with friction around the navel, going from right to left. Then it's on to kneading and rolling the abdominal walls with firm pressure. Next, they focus specifically on the large intestine, using techniques like circular kneading and deep pressure with the knuckles. And then finally, they finish with tapotement and vibration to further stimulate the muscles.
It's fascinating how specific each technique is, like it's tailored to the exact area. Anything else to keep in mind for abdominal massage?
Yeah, the text warns people with hypertension, high blood pressure, to avoid abdominal massage because it can raise blood pressure temporarily.
Good reminder that massage, while beneficial, isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. We need to know our own bodies and talk to a doctor when in doubt.
Agreed. Always best to be on the safe side.
All right, we've covered a lot here, from ancient origins to super specific techniques. Where to next?
Let's wrap things up with chest massage. This one has benefits for both men and women, but the text points out some interesting things specifically for women.
Okay, I'm definitely interested. What's it say?
It mentions chest massage can potentially help with bust and mammary gland development.
So, like a natural alternative to breast augmentation.
Well, it's important to be realistic here. The scientific evidence for this is pretty limited. The idea is that massage might stimulate circulation and blood flow to the breast area, potentially boosting tissue growth. It's also thought to help with lymphatic drainage, which can reduce swelling and improve breast health overall.
So more about promoting general breast health and circulation than making a dramatic change in size.
Exactly. It's important to have realistic expectations, and as always, talk to a healthcare professional if you have any concerns.
Great advice. So what about techniques? Are they similar to what we've been talking about for other parts of the body?
Yes, the text says they start with gentle stroking on both sides of the breastbone, followed by muscle kneading, circular kneading outwards, and finally, tapotement.
So it's a progression from gentle to stimulating, kind of like we've seen with other areas. Anything else specific to this area?
Well, I thought it was interesting that the text also mentions benefits for men, saying it can help strengthen chest muscles and improve circulation there too.
Makes sense that massage wouldn't be just for women. Are there any particular conditions where chest massage is especially useful for either men or women?
The text mentions it can help with lung weakness or respiratory problems. It suggests the gentle stimulation can improve lung capacity and help clear congestion.
So like a natural way to support respiratory health. But are there any risks with chest massage?
Like with any massage technique, if it's not done right, there are risks. Again, this is where a qualified practitioner comes in. They know how to avoid sensitive areas and use the right amount of pressure.
Yeah, we keep coming back to that, but it's important. Massage is powerful, but it needs to be used responsibly and with an understanding of the body.
Definitely. It's about respecting the power of touch and remembering it's not one size fits all.
All right, we've covered a lot today. I feel like
Yeah.
I've learned a ton about massage therapy already.
Me too. And the best part is, this is just the beginning of your exploration. There's so much more out there.
That's right. This deep dive has given us a good foundation, and I'm excited to see where you take this knowledge from here. But before we move on to part two, we've got a few more things to unpack, right?
Definitely. We've talked about techniques and how they're used, but we haven't really gone into the bigger picture of massage, its place in overall health and well-being, and when it might not be the best choice.
Right. There's a whole world of massage knowledge waiting to be explored, so stay tuned for part two of our deep dive.
Welcome back to our massage deep dive. It's amazing how much we covered in part one, from ancient history to specific techniques, but I think it's good to step back a bit and see the bigger picture.
I like that, yeah. It's easy to get lost in the details sometimes, but seeing the bigger picture can help us really understand the impact of something like massage.
Exactly. And one thing that really stood out to me in the text was this idea of massage being a form of passive exercise.
Oh, interesting. Never thought of it like that before. How is it exercise if you're not actually, like, moving?
Well, think about regular exercise, right? You're actively contracting and relaxing your muscles. Massage kind of does the same thing, but from the outside by manipulating those muscles.
So it's like someone else is doing the work for you, but your muscles still benefit from the movement and stimulation.
Exactly. And this can be really important for people who can't do traditional exercise, maybe because of an injury, illness, or just limited mobility.
Yeah, that makes sense. Opens up a lot of possibilities for people who might struggle to stay active otherwise.
Exactly. And the text highlights how massage, as this passive exercise, can improve circulation, tone those muscles, and even boost metabolism.
It's like a gentle but effective way to keep the body moving and working its best.
Right. Now, speaking of keeping the body working, I was curious about what the text said about massage for fractures.
Wait, hold on. Massage for broken bones. That doesn't sound right, does it?
I know, it seems strange, but it's not about messing with the fracture itself. The text talks about using gentle stroking and kneading around the injured area.
So more about supporting healing and circulation around the injury, not trying to fix the bone itself.
Exactly, helping the body heal naturally by reducing muscle tension, improving blood flow, and helping with that lymphatic drainage we talked about before.
Okay, that makes more sense. It's a reminder that massage can be a really helpful part of rehab, working together with other medical treatments.
For sure. Now, another thing that caught my eye was the emphasis on muscle regeneration.
Yeah, it said massage can actually boost the muscle's capacity to hold blood and get those nutrients. How does that work?
Well, when muscles are tense or tight, blood flow is restricted. Massage helps relax those muscles, which improves circulation, bringing in that oxygen and those nutrients they need to repair and grow.
So it's like a nice nourishing bath for those muscles from the inside out.
Great analogy. And remember how we talked about how important muscles are to our overall health?
Yeah, they're like the unsung heroes, always working to keep us going.
Right. The text even suggests that massage can help with something called atrophied muscles.
Not sure I know what that means. What is muscle atrophy exactly?
Basically, it means muscle tissue is wasting away or shrinking. It can happen for a lot of reasons, like not being active enough, an injury, or certain medical conditions.
So if someone's been bedridden or has a limb in a cast, their muscles could start to atrophy.
Exactly. And the text says massage can be helpful because it gets the blood flowing and activates those muscles, helping fight off the atrophy.
Like a wake-up call for those muscles, reminding them to stay strong.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, so changing gears a bit, I wanted to talk about something that might surprise people. Using massage for nerve problems.
I remember that from before. It seems counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
Massaging something that's already sensitive and inflamed.
I get it, and the text really stresses being gentle here. For really inflamed nerves, it says light stroking is best, no deep pressure. That could make things worse.
So in those cases, it's more about calming things down than stimulating them. What specific techniques are used?
Well, one they mention is nerve compression, remember that. Applying firm pressure down a limb, from shoulder to wrist or thigh to ankle.
Right. Like a gentle squeeze to help with blood flow and nerve function.
Exactly. And then there's vibration, using those rapid shaking or trembling movements on the area. That helps stimulate the nerves and improve how they respond.
It's really cool how these techniques can be used for such specific needs and conditions.
Shows you how versatile massage is. It's a real toolbox. Okay, so let's back to abdominal massage for a sec. You mentioned it can help with constipation, but how does that work?
Yeah, tell me more.
It's a couple of things. First, it literally stimulates the muscles of the intestines, encouraging peristalsis, which is that wave-like emotion that moves food through.
So it's giving the intestines a little push, keeping things flowing.
Exactly. And second, it helps tone the abdominal muscles, which support the whole digestive system. Weak ab muscles can lead to digestive issues.
It's like we keep seeing how muscles are involved in so many things, even stuff we don't realize.
Absolutely. But remember those situations we talked about earlier where abdominal massage is not a good idea?
Right, all those contraindications.
Yeah, it's not for people with hernias, abdominal inflammations, kidney or gallbladder stones, ulcers, or who are pregnant. Also, avoid it if there's been any bleeding in the lungs, stomach, or brain.
It sounds like abdominal massage is powerful stuff, something to be really careful with. Always best to err on the side of caution and talk to a doctor first if you have any concerns.
Definitely. Better safe than sorry.
Okay, so let's move on to something I think a lot of listeners will be interested in. Chest massage. The text mentions it's good for both men and women, but highlights the potential benefits for women, specifically for bust and mammary gland development.
Right. And while there's not a ton of scientific proof for this, the idea is that massage might stimulate circulation and blood flow to the breast area, which could encourage tissue growth. It might also help with lymphatic drainage, which can reduce swelling and improve overall breast health.
So it's more about promoting general breast health and circulation than dramatically increasing breast size.
Exactly. It's important to have realistic expectations. And as always, talk to a healthcare professional if you have any questions.
So what about the techniques used for chest massage? Anything different from what we've already talked about?
Not really. The text says they start with gentle stroking on both sides of the breastbone, then move on to muscle kneading, circular kneading outwards, and finally, tapotement.
So same progression from gentle to stimulating, just like we've seen in other areas.
Yep. And just like with any massage technique, it's all about finding the right pressure and rhythm for the individual.
Now, the text also mentioned benefits for men, saying chest massage could help strengthen chest muscles and improve circulation there. But are there any specific conditions where chest massage is especially useful for either men or women?
The text specifically mentions its use for lung weakness, palpitations, and even heart disorders, and of course that potential benefit for bust and mammary gland development.
That's a pretty wide range of potential benefits. But are there any risks or precautions we should know about?
Like with any type of massage, it's important to approach chest massage with caution and think about your own health. It's always best to check with a healthcare professional if you have any concerns or conditions that might be affected by massage in this area.
Good point. Better to be safe. All right, I think we've covered just about everything except one thing, right? The text talked about back massage being good for, well, back aches and stuff. But it also mentioned something about using vibration at the end of the spine to help with sacral nerves and pelvic organs. Can you explain that a little more?
Sure, those sacral nerves are a network of nerves at the base of the spine, and they control a bunch of things like bladder and bowel control, sexual function, and sensation in the legs and feet.
Wow, those nerves have a lot of
They
responsibility.
do. And vibration in that area can help stimulate those nerves and improve how they work.
So like a tune-up for the nervous system down there.
Exactly. And since those nerves are connected to the pelvic organs, vibration can also have a positive effect on bladder and bowel health, as well as sexual function.
It's amazing how interconnected our bodies are and how massage can affect things that seem totally unrelated.
It really is. It shows how massage can work holistically, addressing not just physical stuff, but also emotional and even energetic imbalances.
We keep coming back to that idea. Massage is more than just skin deep.
Right. It's about the whole person, not just fixing symptoms.
Well, this has been a super eye-opening look at massage therapy. I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. It's been fun. But there's still more to talk about. We haven't even touched on the potential downsides of massage or the importance of finding a qualified practitioner. We'll get into all that in part 3.
Okay, cool. I'm ready for more. Welcome back for the final part of our massage deep dive. We've gone through the history, the techniques, and all those surprising benefits from muscle soreness to, uh, you know, getting things moving in the digestion department.
It's amazing how much power there is in touch, right?
Right. But before we wrap up our exploration of massage, I think there are a few more important things to touch on based on what we read in the therapeutic value of massage.
Definitely. We've talked a lot about the good stuff, but we need to remember massage isn't a cure-all, and there are times when it might not be the best idea.
Yeah, got to be realistic, right? Look at both sides, the good and the bad.
Exactly. And one thing that the text really stresses is finding a qualified practitioner.
Makes sense. Massage therapy involves really understanding the body, like the anatomy and all that. You wouldn't want just anyone messing around in there.
Right. It's so important to find someone with proper training and certification, someone who knows the ins and outs of different techniques and how to adjust them for each person.
So what are some red flags, things to watch out for when picking a massage therapist?
Well, first things first, make sure they're licensed and insured. That means they've met certain standards and you're protected if anything goes wrong.
Okay, license and insurance, check. What else?
Don't be shy about asking about their experience and qualifications. Find out what kind of massage they specialize in, what conditions they're comfortable with, and just their general approach.
It's like a job interview for your body.
Exactly. And pay attention to your gut feeling. If something feels off, if you're not comfortable with the therapist, walk away.
Trust your instincts. It's your body, your choice who touches it.
Absolutely. Okay, changing gears a bit, I wanted to bring up vibratory massage again. We touched on that briefly before.
Yeah, I remember you saying it uses shaking or trembling movements to boost circulation and nerve function. Is that like the vibration technique from part 1?
It's similar, but vibratory massage is often more targeted and longer lasting, using either the therapist's hands or special equipment.
So like a more focused, intense version of vibration.
Yeah, you could say that. The text says this kind of massage can be really good for nerve conditions like neuritis and neuralgia.
Those are both problems with the nerves, right?
Yep. Neuritis is when a nerve gets inflamed, and neuralgia is nerve pain. Vibratory massage is thought to help by stimulating nerve regeneration and how well the nerve signals travel.
So it's like giving those nerves a little boost to help them heal and work better.
Right. It's a cool example of how massage can be used to help specific things in the body.
It's really amazing what touch can do. Okay, so as we wrap things up, I'd love to hear your key takeaways. What are the most important things you want listeners to remember?
Okay, first off, massage therapy is powerful and versatile. It can help tons of people with all kinds of conditions. It's not just about feeling good or pampering yourself, it's about supporting your overall health and well-being.
It's like investing in yourself, helping your body heal and thrive.
Exactly. And remember, there are so many different types of massage out there, each with its own benefits and uses. It's worth trying different kinds to see what works best for you.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Find what your body responds to.
And lastly, massage works best when it's part of a holistic approach to health. It's not a magic solution, but it's a great tool that can work together with other healthy habits like exercise, eating right, and managing stress.
So it's all about making massage part of a lifestyle that focuses on wellness.
Yes. So there you have it, a deep dive into the world of massage therapy.
We've learned so much from the ancient origins to all the ways massage is used today.
It's been a fascinating journey.
And remember, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to discover out there, so keep learning, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep listening to your body.
That's the best advice anyone can give. Listen to your body.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into massage therapy. We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration.